Welcome, ZASLOW Show 2.0. It is a Wednesday, the 7th of June. Good to have you aboard. We are a Blue Wire podcast presented as always by Anidjar and Levine, title sponsor of everything ZASLOW Show 2.0. Of course, I send you to Anidjar and Levine if you have any kind of injury from an accident. The best injury attorneys out there. Anidjar and Levine, accident attorneys. 800-747-FREE. That's 800-747-3733. If you're dealing with a personal injury from an accident, you need to go somewhere that you're going to be taken care of like your family. And that's exactly the atmosphere when you walk into the offices there at Anidjar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Mark Anidjar, Glenn Levine, Ellie Anidjar, they've made it so that you're comfortable, you focus on your health, and they take care of getting you the money that you deserve. Anidjar and Levine, Accident Attorneys, 800-747-FREE, 800-747-3733, and it continues. If you didn't already know that South Florida is the center of the sports universe, that South Florida is the best sports town, now you know. Starting tonight, the night we've all been waiting for, we have 4 straight nights of championship games being played in our city. Tonight, it's your Miami Heat, Game 3 of the NBA Finals. Tomorrow, it's the Florida Panthers, Game 3 of the Stanley Cup Finals. Friday, Game 4, downtown Miami, NBA Finals. Saturday, Game 4, Stanley Cup Finals in Sunrise. A stretch of sports in our backyard like we've never had before. And like I said, if you didn't know that this is the center of the sports universe, now you know, because it certainly appears, while the club has not confirmed it, while the man himself has not confirmed it, it certainly appears, as the major news outlets are all reporting it, Lionel Messi has chosen Inter Miami. Lionel Messi, the greatest soccer player in the world, maybe the greatest soccer player ever, he has shunned Saudi Arabia. The PGA wants all that blow money. Messi, he's shunned Saudi Arabia. He's not signing with Barca. Inter Miami. That's right. Last place. MLS. Interim head coach. Inter doesn't even play in Miami. Inter Miami. That Inter Miami. Do you guys know? I'm an inaugural season ticket holder. I don't know if you know that. And of course, if you're a regular listener of ZASLOW Show 2.0, you know my wife was very angry at me that I did not give up my Inter Miami season tickets going into this year. This was the plan all along. Look at you now. Look who has the season tickets now with Messi. So that obviously is paying off in a major way. And that is true, by the way. That is totally true. I don't think I've ever actually said that. It's totally true. I'm pretty sure I made the joke off the cuff remark to my wife one time. When Messi winds up signing with Inter Miami, you're all going to be thanking me. My wife's family's Argentinian. We're a Messi household. And whoo boy, are we going to be able to sell those tickets. That's right. So, that is the big news of the day to start with. All signs are pointing to Inter Miami landing the greatest soccer superstar in the world. Now, yes, he is in the last few years of his career, but he just won the World Cup. He is still very much a phenomenal player. This is not coming here just to retire. This is a guy who's got a lot of really good soccer left. So, just a monster day. Inter Miami, a miserable franchise. Just so... The latest saga in the whole Inter Miami scam is they don't have parking anymore. There's a massive parking situation going on there in Fort Lauderdale. I don't know what the hell's going to happen with games now as far as the parking goes. That team is a disaster from top to bottom. But somehow, I don't know if it's the Moss family, I don't know if it's Beckham, somehow, and yes, of course, MLS. Look, I don't know the details. The details that are out there right now are super sketch. But you got to give the Moss family and David Beckham, they've been a disaster of an ownership group, and you got to give them credit. Somehow they have landed the greatest soccer superstar in the world. It's unbelievable. And yes, so as the story goes, I was supposed to give up my Inter Miami season tickets going into this year. I told my wife I was giving them up. I just haven't been able to go enough. And this year, I've been to one game. They've had like 10 home games. I've been to one. And now I've wanted to go to more games. I can go to more games now because I don't work nights anymore. I got my own schedule here, which, by the way, the podcast dropping a little bit later today than normal. This morning, I had my younger son. I'm living a bachelor lifestyle this week. My wife and my older son are out of town, school trip. So I'm living the bachelor life. No, I did not sleep in today. My younger son, Jordan, had his 5th grade graduation ceremony. So I was at that this morning. That was really nice. It took forever, 2 hours long. You got to call hundreds of kids up to the stage. A whole big to-do. So anyway, that's really cool, but that's why we're off to a little bit of a later start with the podcast today. A lot of you, though, may not even notice, all right? That's the great thing about the show now, about ZASLOW Show 2.0, right? You all listen to the show whenever you listen to the show. Everyone's got their routine. Everyone has when they're going to listen to the show, right? So a lot of you guys, as my dogs are barking, a lot of you guys probably don't even notice that the show is going to drop a little bit, a tad later than it normally does. That's okay. Anyway, so like I was saying, my wife was mad because I was supposed to give up the Inter Miami tickets. I don't go enough. And I haven't been able to go this year either because, not because I'm choosing not to go, but the Heat and the Panthers, it's June 7th and they're still playing. They're playing every night. So I'm not missing Heat playoff games, Panther playoff games to go watch disaster last place Inter Miami. I can't do it. They're lucky if they get the small TV status in the ZASLOW Mansion family room. So I haven't been going to any games. Look, in a couple weeks, the Heat and Panthers will be done. There'll be, championship parades, that whole deal. And then I'll start going to Inter Miami games. So I totally plan on it. But anyway, I was supposed to give up these tickets. And eventually, and I never did. I never did for I knew what I was doing. I wasn't exactly completely truthful with my wife. Yeah, I'm giving up. When, I was never giving them up because I was kind of hoping that, that these Messi rumors, as crazy as it is, what if it winds up happening? I want to have the tickets. And look at you now. I got the tickets. Because I'm an inaugural season ticket holder. So anyway, I eventually told my wife, I screwed up. And I didn't really screw up. It was kind of always my plan. But I screwed up. I didn't cancel one time. So I still got the tickets. And she was pissed. Not gonna be as pissed anymore. She loves Messi. And now we're actually gonna get to see him play live and in person. Wild. Best sports town. Center of the sports universe. We got everything. And if you just want to know, the effect, and like I said, the details right now are super sketch. Is he going to play for them this summer? I'm not even sure. It may be next year. Is he going to be loaned out right now initially to Barca? Is that a way to circumvent salary cap stuff? I don't know. Like I said, super sketch. But he's not taking the blood money from the Saudis, okay? That's what's most important. The club has not announced it as of this taping right now. Now, hey, you're listening to ZASLOW Show 2.0 today. In the future, you may have information that I don't. You may be saying, ZASLOW, they just announced it. Well, you're in the future, all right? You know things I don't know yet. You're very privileged in that fashion. I don't have the same privilege. This is the morning here. So anyway, like I said, the details are super sketch. When's he going to wind up playing for them? I don't know. I'm very excited, though, for what those ticket prices are going to look like so I can put my tickets on the open market. Now, look, I'm going to go to games, but you better believe I'm going to sell some. That's for sure. So anyway, to show you the effect that Messi has, my older son, Corey, who is obviously a big-time soccer player, plays for Weston Select, 2009 U15 boys. He's the starting goalie and really good team. So he's a serious soccer player, all right? So he certainly enjoys soccer. He enjoys watching soccer. But here's the thing. He sent me a message. He doesn't like going to the games because the team stinks. He doesn't care to go to the games. And I told him this morning, I sent him a text message that that Inter Miami's getting Messi. And he texted me, he goes, definitely going to games now. Now, he also added, just hope he doesn't get loaned to Barcelona, which he probably will be, but like my old said, definitely going to games now. My younger one, who doesn't care about Inter Miami at all, he's not a soccer fan. He likes hockey, he likes basketball. He's not a soccer fan. He's so excited about Messi. Now he wants to go to all the games. That's just upon hearing the news this morning, the effect that it's had on kids. And that's, that could potentially be a generation of fans that you have now for Inter Miami because of Messi. So it's not like, he's coming down here where, players are coming to die, players are coming to retire. There's a much bigger picture. You are going to get fans, most likely kids who are going to gravitate toward the team now. I'm seeing it in my house today, who are going to gravitate toward the team now because they have Lionel Messi. Best sports. I mean, what? Oh my God. 4 straight nights of championship games being played here, and we get Messi. Best sports town. You know what I'm talking about. So you know what else is really good? So you guys know, ZASLOW Show 2.0. Oh, by the way, our pal, the Heat tonight. So important. I'm so pumped. Our pal, Israel Gutierrez, we're going to sit down with him today. He's going to join us. We're going to preview the game tonight. We got a lot to talk about as far as the Heat go. It looks like Tyler Hero, of course, is out tonight. But we got a lot happening here. Yesterday was media day. We got a little bit of NBA news and nuggets for you, but we'll get Israel on the show with us here. We'll talk a lot of Heat basketball with him. We didn't have a lot going on last night, but we do have good stuff going on with ZASLOW Show 2.0. So, we started the show very end of October, I think it was. So, been doing the show now for about 8 months, right? Show's grown. The last month and a half really has been enormous. Has a lot to do with, I'd like to think that more people are learning about the show. More of my listeners of the last 20 years are learning about the show. You'd be surprised. I got a message a couple days ago from Mark on Facebook. Just found the show. He's a huge fan. But think about that. I've been doing this for 8 months now. How did you not find the show until now? Well, there's so many people like that. So there's a lot of people who are finding the show that didn't know about it, so it's growing. My appearances on Levitar's show helped tremendously. And the success of our sports teams is always going to be a major, major boost for the show. And so the last month and a half really is really going in the right direction. And I'm super thankful to the sponsors, super thankful to all of you listeners. It goes round and round. You support the sponsors who support the show, and that's how we keep this thing going round and round. It's always going to be free as long as we're doing the show. I'm never going to charge you guys. But the way to keep it going is you support the sponsors who support the show. That's how it works. So anyway, speaking of which, the show is growing. We have a new sponsor on the show we are going to welcome aboard. And everybody, let's give it up. North Fort Lauderdale Subaru. That's right, everybody, give it up for North Fort Lauderdale Subaru. We have a car dealership now on the show. That's right. Super pumped to have North Fort Lauderdale Subaru on the show. If you're in the market for a new car, you can't decide where to go, I'm sending you to the only car dealership that I personally endorse. That's North Fort Lauderdale Subaru, official car dealership of ZASLOW Show 2.0. You walk in the showroom doors at North Fort Lauderdale Subaru, you let a member of their friendly sales team help you navigate right through. You're sending you right in the right direction. Whatever kind of car you're looking for, how big your family is, whatever you're looking at, North Fort Lauderdale Subaru carries the widest inventory of the newest Subaru models in the market, including you got the Outback, you got the Crosstrek, the Forester, the Ascent, WRX, so much more. Whether you're looking for a spacious Subaru SUV for the family, a reliable Subaru sedan for just your daily commute, North Fort Lauderdale Subaru has the perfect model for you. You'll always get more at North Fort Lauderdale Subaru, guaranteed most money for your trade, and lifetime warranty included on all North Fort Lauderdale Subaru vehicles. North Fort Lauderdale Subaru, conveniently located on North Andrews Avenue, just north of Cypress Creek Road, the building you know, and the place to go, NFLSubaru.com. So proud to have North Fort Lauderdale Subaru on the show. Again, NFLSubaru.com. So, we went through the Messi stuff. It's such big news. We're the center of the sports universe. Everybody knows that. I'm so excited about tonight. I can't stop thinking about tonight. Like, since the finish to game 2. And I know all you guys feel the same way, right? Can't stop thinking about it. Tonight is going to be really special. Now, I'm not going tonight. I'm trying to go on Friday. Sorry, I had to take a sip of my coffee. I'm trying to go Friday game 4. And also, if you want to hit me up, you can hit me up at ZASLOW Show on Instagram, at ZASLOWJ, of course, where I'm an influencer. And if I go on Friday to game 4, I hate the traffic situation driving down there. This is the first year I've ever had to deal with it. Because for 13 years I've been on the broadcast and I get to the arena super early. I can't handle the driving situation. It's an abomination. And the parking situation is so bad. So if I go on Friday, hit me up with some thoughts here. I think I want to try Brightline if I go on Friday. And you know what? I think I would take it out of Aventura. I know Fort Lauderdale, Aventura, I could do either one. I'm kind of in between. I feel like the Aventura one will be a little bit less packed as far, than the Fort Lauderdale one. And I've looked into it, and obviously, the Brightline is super affordable, but they know what's going on. When you're taking it on the times to go to the Heat game, and on the way home from the Heat game, the prices are way jacked up. That's okay, it is what it is. But to get there from Aventura, and granted, I got to drive to Aventura. Okay, no big deal. It's a straight shot from where I am. The Brightline from Aventura, 17 minutes. And even the one from Fort Lauderdale, 28 minutes. That's a pleasure. I don't want to have to deal with the parking. I don't want to deal with the traffic. I think my main concern is when I get off the Brightline, like, I know how far it is to the arena because I've driven past the Brightline, but, like, is it far? Is it a far walk? So that's really what I want to know. When you get there, when you get to Miami, is it just a pain in the ass walking from the Brightline to the arena? Like, I know how far it is. It feels like it's maybe half a mile. Could that be right? It's not that bad. But, like, I want someone who's done it before. Is it a pain in the ass, or is it totally a good thing to do the Brightline? So I think I'm going to do the Brightline. Anyway, I'd like to hear some thoughts if you guys want to give me some feedback there. I'm trying to go to game 4 on Friday. I mean, can the Heat be up 2-1? I think the Heat are going to win tonight. I do. I think we're going to win both games here. I think we are so in this series. I'm so excited tonight. I think it's going to be an all-time great crowd. We have not hosted a championship game in 9 years. And now we got 4 straight days, including the Panthers. This is going to be... And there's got to be people who are going to all of it, right? Oh, my God. If you're going to all 4, you're such a good fan, and you have so much money. I'm so jealous. There's got to be people going to all 4. It's going to be the greatest 4 nights of your sports fandom life. But I couldn't be more jacked up for tonight. I'm so excited. I'm ready to go in the ZASLOW Mansion family room tonight. Actually, this afternoon, I'm taking my son and his friends. We're going to see Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, which everyone says is the greatest movie. And normally, I normally see the superhero movies like before they come out, like the day before the premiere. It's been out since Thursday last week. I haven't seen it yet. We're going this afternoon, so I'm really looking forward to that. We're going to see that, come right home, ready for the start of the Heat game, Game 3. Super, super excited. By the way, let me tell you about Sheets and Giggles real quick here, because I already told you guys, I don't know if I can give out all the details, but it's totally happening, okay? We're going to do like a pre-party kind of deal, courtesy of my man Colin, founder and CEO of Sheets and Giggles. We're going to do like a pre-party kind of deal Saturday afternoon leading up to the game by the arena. I think at the quarter deck, right by FLA Live Arena. I'll check with Colin. I'll give you more details tomorrow as long as I can give everything out. I don't want to give all the details right now, but we are going to do a get-together Saturday afternoon. I think, Chris Cody from the Greg Cody Show with Greg Cody, I think is going to be there because they're a great sponsor on that show as well. Maybe your guy Roy from the Dan Le Batard Show will be there. I'll give you all the details, but it looks like we're all going to get together, courtesy of Sheets and Giggles, before Game 4 on Saturday night. I am going to Game 4 with my man Colin, and that, of course, is courtesy of Sheets and Giggles. Love having Sheets and Giggles on the show. I love sleeping in Sheets and Giggles. The ZASLOW family are four of over 100,000 Americans who sleep on Sheets and Giggles because they're naturally softer, cooler, and more breathable than any of the other sheets you've been using. You're never going to go back to what you've been using. You're always going to shop at sheetsgiggles.com. And plus, not only is it so comfortable, not only does your boy Colin love the South Florida sports teams, but he also cares about the environment. We're talking 30% less energy used than cotton sheets, absolutely zero pesticides, no insecticides used, and like I told you, just super soft and breathable and cool. They're my favorite sheets ever. We're only shopping Sheets and Giggles from now on. Sheetsgiggles.com. All right, so super pumped about tonight. Super pumped about Messi. Super pumped to have a new sponsor on the show, North Fort Lauderdale Subaru, as the show continues to grow. I didn't get to this story yesterday, so I might as well do a little bit of it today because it helped fill the news cycle yesterday, right? As far as the NBA goes, because you had the day in between, the extra day because the travel day. And for a guy who hates the media, and for a guy who doesn't want anyone to talk about him, he's just a liar. Kyrie Irving apparently has reached out to LeBron James to come to Dallas. Why is that the case? Well, because Kyrie, through back channels, has clearly learned LA doesn't want him. LA's not interested in paying him, and they may not even want him, period. Kyrie's going to go wherever the money is. He's going to sign wherever the money is, and that's going to wind up being Dallas because that's a poorly run franchise, and they're going to offer him the most money possible. Kyrie is always only about the money. If he really wanted to go play in LA and didn't care about the money, he would have opted out of his contract last year and signed with the Lakers. He could have done that, but no, he didn't want to opt out of the money. And now he has learned that LA doesn't want him. So what happens? He reaches out to LeBron to come to Dallas. This is the Kyrie grift. That's what this is. He thinks he's the smartest guy in the room, when the fact is, in actuality, he's an imbecile, and everyone sees it. Everyone knows it. He's pulling this move for two reasons. Number one, LA's not an option anymore. They don't want him. They're not going to give him his money. And number two, he has his people leak this information. How does this get out? He has his people leak the information so that he could go back to Dallas and say, hey, I'm in LeBron's ear. I can get him to come here. Give me my money. This is to try and convince Dallas to give him the money and the years that he wants. Because he's in LeBron's ear. He can convince LeBron to come to Dallas. This is the Kyrie grift. And Dallas may fall for it because that's a poorly run franchise. But is there a bigger narcissist in sports than Kyrie Irving? LeBron, possibly the greatest player ever. LeBron should be the one to pick up and leave his family. Or, see, it's not even like pick up his family and move. He should leave his family because his son Bronny just committed to USC. Now he's not going to want to be there and go to games. The mother's going to stay there to support him. So LeBron should pick up and leave his family and go play with Kyrie in Dallas. Not the other way around. LeBron should be the one to go to Dallas. Where you know Kyrie cannot be trusted. I mean, KD left Golden State to go play with Kyrie in Brooklyn, where he learned Kyrie cannot be trusted. And then Kyrie goes AWOL, skips games, doesn't want to play, and then asks out for a trade. Can't be trusted. LeBron's going to up and leave for that guy? Can you imagine LeBron picking up and leaving LA to hitch his wagon to Kyrie Irving? There is not a bigger narcissist in sports than that guy. Just an imbecile. And just trying to accomplish two things. Number one, trying to make it look like it's his choice to stay in Dallas, when the fact of the matter is LA doesn't want him, and trying to put it out there, let Dallas know he's in LeBron's ear. So give me all my money, I'll be able to get you LeBron. It's a grip. He's a con man, Kyrie Irving. So I was going to get to it yesterday, but I was too all over the Panthers, of course. Which, by the way, we needed that night off last night from the Panthers, right? Let's all regroup. Let's recuperate. Let's recover. Let's be ready to go tomorrow night. But this Kyrie Irving, just an imbecile. I would talk a bunch about the PGA Tour and the Live Golf. I'm not as educated about the whole situation as I probably should be. I don't like talking about things I don't really know about. I know it looks really bad. I know all the PGA Tour players are super angry, especially ones who turned down the blood money to stay loyal to PGA, and now it's still funded by blood money. They're just not getting it directly. So that sucks for those guys. The commissioner is going to wind up having to resign. Like, I've seen the old clips and now the clips from yesterday, and just he's a massive hypocrite. He looks so bad. He's going to wind up having to resign. So, I don't know. You know what? Maybe we'll get my guy Jonathan Coachman. He does all the PGA work now, Golf Channel, like CBS Sports. Maybe we'll get Coach on later this week. He'll be, I need someone to tell it to me like I'm a 5-year-old, So maybe we'll get Coach on later this week and we'll talk to him about this. All right. You don't need to be a 5-year-old to understand that if you have a water leak in your home, you need to get it taken care of immediately. Call or text Water Cleanup of Florida, 954-900-8635 for immediate assistance. My boys, the Greensteins, they're super pumped about the Heat tonight. They're super pumped about the Panthers tomorrow. And they're super pumped to make sure that you don't get mold, fire damage, any kind of damage due to water leaks in your home. And that's why with over 60 years of combined experience, Water Cleanup of Florida, they are prepared to handle any type of leak detection. After the leak is located and repaired, Water Cleanup of Florida cleans, dries, and fully restores all of the damaged areas. They're going to handle the entire project from start to finish. That's right. Water Cleanup of Florida serves all of Miami-Dade, all of Broward, all Palm Beach County. Call or text Water Cleanup of Florida any time of day, 954-900-8635, or go to WCUFL.com. Check more than 80 5-star reviews on Google if you don't believe me. Water Cleanup of Florida, 954-900-8635. Water Cleanup of Florida, we clean up your schmutz.